Hey folks, Sheila here from Design Files. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about design questionnaires, how you can set them up within your Design Files account, how you can submit these to your client, and how you can actually send multiple design questionnaires per project. And to help you speed up the overall process, I'm also going to touch on a number of design questionnaire templates that have been added to your Design Files account and how you can use them as is or make any minor tweaks that you want to make so that you can send these questionnaires quickly out to your clients. So we've got a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and we're going to get started and jump right in. Now, if you love the idea of being able to send out design questionnaires through the Design Files account, so it's all tied into your workflow, the first thing that you need to do is actually set up the questionnaires and then you can add them to your projects. So the way you would do that is you would go into the menu in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click into Settings. In your account settings, you're going to see that there's an option at the top of the page for project questionnaires. Click that. Now that's going to bring you into this view right here. And this is where you can see here, this page is broken down into My Questionnaires, and it's also broken down into templates. So My Questionnaires, this is where it's going to list all of the questionnaires that you've created from scratch. So if you created a brand new questionnaire by clicking this button right here, and then you click the option to start it from scratch, you're going to see that questionnaire listed here after you saved it. But you also have the ability to kickstart a questionnaire from one of our done for you templates. So if you love the idea of saving a little bit of time and getting it all done for you, click this, and then it's going to list all of the questionnaire templates that you have available to you. And you can add any of these and all of them to your account if you want to. Now, you'll see here that we have room-specific questionnaires, but there's also service-specific questionnaires. So you can see that there is a full-service questionnaire, there's an e-design one, and there's also an initial discovery questionnaire as well. So if you love the idea of kind of breaking things down and sending out an initial discovery questionnaire and then following up later with maybe a room-specific one so you can kind of get more information on styles and preferences, you can do that as well. Now, the way that you would use these templates and add them to your account is over here, you're going to see that there is a button with 3 dots. So if you want to add a templated questionnaire to your account, you click this. You're going to click the option at the bottom that says that's basically allowing you to add this template to My Questionnaires. So click that. And then just give the system a couple of seconds because some of these questionnaires are quite detailed, but you're going to see the loading icon is spinning in the tab at the top here in your browser. So just give it a couple of seconds and there you go. You're going to see a success message that lets you know when it's done. So at that point, you can click back onto My Questionnaires and you're going to see that that template has been added to your account. Now, if you want to use this one or if you want to customize it, you can go into this particular button right here with the 3 dots. You'll see that you have a link where you can share it. You also have an option where you can preview it so you can see exactly what your client's going to see. And you also have the ability to edit it. So let's click that. Now that's going to bring me into this view where I can see all the questions that have been added and I can customize everything. So I can customize my welcome message. I can open up any of these and I can make any changes that I want to it. And for any of the questions that have been added here, I also have the ability to make certain questions required. I can hide questions and I can delete questions. I also have the ability to change the order of the questions. So you just drag these icons and then you can move questions up and down. And down at the bottom, you also have the ability to add your own. So if something's missing, go ahead, click the button to create your new question, enter it in, choose your response format, and when you're done, you can save the changes. Now I'm just going to remove this because I don't need this one added to my questionnaire. And there's a couple other things that I wanted to bring to your attention. So you can see that at the bottom of the questionnaire, we've got this question right here and it's hidden. And it's actually in all of the questionnaires. Now, the reason it's hidden is because designers work in different ways. So if you're a full service designer and you plan on going to your client's home to collect measurements and to take pictures, then leave this hidden since you're going to be taking care of that task anyway. But if you're an e-designer, this is a case where you just can't get out to your client space and you want them to provide the measurements and the photos within the questionnaire, then what you can do is you can click on this. You're going to come over here to the 3 dots and see where it's showing that it's hidden. You're just going to turn that off to make it visible. And that will mean that this question is now available and it's added to your design questionnaire. And again, you can use these grab icons to just shift it up and down and place this question exactly where you want within your questionnaire. So we really try to make everything really super flexible to cater to the different ways that designers work. Now, other things that you should be aware of. Let's go back to the questionnaires, and I'm going to go into the templates. The templates that we have created here, they are basically set up to all work on their own. So they're kind of like standalone questionnaires. So what do I mean by that? Well, essentially what I mean is that each of these questionnaires is going to include all of the questions that you need, including, what is the budget that you've set aside? What's the time frame? Are we working with a contractor? All of those sort of generic questions. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if you plan on sending out the initial discovery questionnaire and then sending out more room-specific style questionnaires afterwards, just keep in mind the initial discovery questionnaire is also going to be asking, what's the budget? What's the time frame? Do you have a contractor? It's going to list all those generic questions. So if you're going to send this one out, you're going to want to remove any of those questions that you asked within the initial discovery questionnaire from the room-specific ones, so that you're not getting your client to repeat themselves. Now, again, we want to make sure that we're setting this up so it works for everybody. But the great thing about this is that once you've added all these templates to your questionnaires, you get to customize them. So you can make them work for your workflow. You change them once and then they're set up and they're ready to go, and you can use them for all future projects. Once you have everything in place, then you can start creating your projects and adding questionnaires to it. So I'm going to create a brand new project. Let's call this the Miller Residence, and let's say that this is a full home project that I'm going to be working on. So when I select my questionnaires, I might add in a number of questionnaires. I might kickstart with the initial one, and I'm going to include some room-specific ones so that I can make sure I'm getting all the information I need to move forward on this project successfully. I'll hit done, and then I'll create the project. Now, if I jump into my Miller Residence project and I go to questionnaires, it's going to show me all the ones that I've added to this project. So if I open up any of these, you'll see that for each one, it has a button over here where I can send the questionnaire to the client. So I can kickstart with the initial discovery one. I'll enter my client's email address, add in a custom message, and send it out. And when I do that, the client's going to get an email, they're going to click on that link, and they're going to fill out the initial discovery questionnaire and submit it back to me. And I'll get notified by email to let me know that my client has submitted the questionnaire. So I can always come back in and review all the information they provided. And once I've received this, maybe a couple days later, I choose to send out the dining room questionnaire and I collect all the information I need for that space. And then maybe a couple days later, I'll send out the bedroom one and collect all the information I need for that. So it really allows me to ask very specific questions on a per room basis so I can get all the information I need. And you don't have to send out multiple questionnaires. This is completely up to you. If you love the idea of being able to do that, you can. If you don't want to, you can send out one or two and just kind of cover your bases in those individual questionnaires. Okay, I think that basically covers everything, but if you do have questions about how to create questionnaires from scratch or how to use the templates within your account, definitely reach out to us on the live chat. We're more than happy to help. But give this feature a try because it's really going to help improve your overall client onboarding process so you're collecting all the information you need upfront and really setting yourself up for success for all future projects. Thanks for watching.